2 second-half goals and a red card summed it all up for the crunchy Hwange derby between Southern Regional Local Leaders Hwange Football Club and Soldiers Moto played at Mpumalanga Stadium Hwange Sunday the 7th of October. Going into the match with a 2-point lead over nearest rivals COALMINERS, who had played a game more, Hwange knew that any slip-up against Moto would complicate their cruise to this year's Southern Regional title. It was indeed a big game in Hwange. The local community just loved the sport, but more than just the passion, Hwange is abuzz with talent. Once the teams got started, Hwange would test Moto with industrious Innocent Ndlovu, pumping a powerful shot that needed a decent save from goalkeeper Knowledge Kunyarimwe. Kunyarimwe almost gave away the opening goal on a silver platter after misjudging the bounce of a long ball from the back, but Kudziraimoyo was on hand to sweep the mess. As Hwange pinned the Soldiers in their last third, Innocent was back with another dipping drive that wasn't far off the mark. Things were looking tough for Moto, but they were fighting, and if they gave it all they had on the pitch, there was even more on the bench from their coach Freddy Mudado. Hwange kept pressing for the opener that would certainly calm things down, but by contrast, Moto keeper Nyakurimwe was proving a ball of nerves between the posts. His failure to collect what looked an easy ball into the box by Kenan Ngomo was a statement of his confidence, or rather lack of it, on the day. Moto's second assistant Michael Ndlovu will soon be ejected from the Moto technical bench for remonstration as things got tense. With the Soldiers keeping a close eye on the league's top goal scorer Gilbert Zulu, Moto's biggest threat appeared to be coming from irrepressible midfielder Innocent Ndlovu, once again unlucky to see his header ascend over Nyakurimwe's goal. 0-0 at half-time in an opening 45 minutes where Hwange's intent on the match was thwarted by a fighting spirit from the Soldiers with a body language you would have thought their entire life hung on the outcome of the match. But they soon capitulated immediately after resumption when veteran Gilbert Zulu overpowered Jevas Shoko to a loose ball from the back, and with Zulu sniffing prey, he pounced to break the deadlock, and the Soldiers had finally cracked. Having considered, Moto then came out of their defensive cocoon and began to test the Hwange defense line with a higher frequency. Howard Isaac snapshot nestled inches over time on Vula's crossbar. Moto were on fire in the second half. Perhaps it had taken them to concede to stimulate the need to attack, and Hwange were now being put more to test than they had been in the first half. Hwange defense kingpin Obet Moyo and partner Felix Chindungwe were getting a good run for their money. Moto were deflated lot following the expulsion of Jeremiah Kamunda for a second bookable offence. There was confusion over the incident that caused Kamunda's dismissal, with the Moto bench anticipating that it was their player who had been fouled if at all there had been an infringement. With a man less, Moto pumped the long ball forward. Yes, they were getting into the Hwange box, but they lacked the finishing touch required to breach the experience of the Hwange rear guard. On 67 minutes, Shepard Kazikwa would link up with Gilbert Zulu, whose quick shot at goal was deflected off by keeper Nyakurimwe. Hwange were 2-0 up 18 minutes shy of regulation time when impressive Innocent Ndlovu played a long ball into space, and with Moto keeper Kunyarimwe coming off his line prematurely, Kenan Ngomo pounced to poke his shot into a yawning net for Hwange's security goal. Hwange were marching on their way to the title, and it will take something special for Joseph Spindy's second-placed COALMINERS to spoil the party. With a few minutes left on the clock, Kenan would almost increase his tally with his free kick that dipped marginally over the Moto goal, and thereafter referee Hadley Ndazi blew to end the match and Moto were beaten. Hwange coach Nation Dube revealed how they unlocked the Soldiers' defense at the break.
We changed our approach from a 4-4-2 and then we just changed to a 4-3-3, where we are saying, let's take them wide, and then we just destroy their wall that was at the center there.
Much against the notion that playing a team with a man less is an advantage, the Hwange coach felt it was a big risk.
It wasn't an advantage. A 10-man team is very difficult to beat because everyone will be giving his 120%. Whilst you yourselves who are saying what you are at the advantage side, someone will be lingering around thinking what maybe is the extra man. So you can find what it will be very difficult playing at a 10-man team.
Moto coach Friday Mudado disagreed with Nation and felt that the red card deflated their search for an equalizer.
It was promising for an equalizer, but during the send-off of our player, we then crippled. We didn't manage to come back again, and they took advantage. 2-0
victory then to Hwange. They stretched back to their 5-point lead at the top of the log standings with 5 games to go, and from now on, should they remain focused and maintain their consistency, it will be Hwange and not COALMINERS for the Premier League. COALMINERS or his Kolozejwane do not want to hear that. Tandazani Zimbabwe Television Sport Media, Hwange.